Is clutter making you crazy? Let me show you how easy it is to organize any space in your home using Dollar Tree storage solutions. I have a couple of drawers on my china cabinet that need some serious help in the organization department. I used to keep, of course, all of my kids' stuff when we were doing more hands-on homeschooling, but now since I have one that is in college and my youngest is in 9th grade and she does all her stuff online, I don't need all of these drawers for school stuff. So I know I'm going to organize those first two, maybe do something with this third one. I have actually cleaned out quite a bit on these already, but I want to use this space for journaling supplies in one and then my Bible study stuff in another. So I picked up several different things from Dollar Tree to add to these drawers. I have 5 easy steps to organize any space in your home, whether that is a drawer like I am currently working on, cabinets, shelves, just any area that needs some decluttering and organizing. So number 1, you want to empty that drawer or cabinet or shelf. Number 2, you want to purge your items, and that means you could either donate things that you are no longer using or donate extra supplies, repurpose items if you can, and if you are organizing a medicine cabinet or something that we will be doing in just a minute, you also want to get rid of anything that might be out of date. Third, you want to clean your drawer or your shelf, whether that is just wiping things off with a damp cloth and some cleaning solution or vacuuming. Number 4, you want to purchase storage containers or bins that are going to fit your space and help you organize the items that you want to keep. And finally, you want to categorize all of those remaining supplies and items that you are wanting to keep. Just put them in those bins and you are ready to enjoy your nice, organized, clutter-free space that will hopefully last for quite some time. I do my Bible study in the morning, typically. Sometimes I don't get to it first thing. And I like to have everything out on my dining room table. I like to have notebooks, highlighters, pens, whatever I need to do Bible study. And my table is also sitting right in front of my china cabinet. So now that I have reorganized my Bible study drawer and also my scrapbooking one, all I have to do is turn around and easily grab any of my Bible study supplies out of my drawer. So just to give you an idea of some things that you might want to put in a Bible study, any kind of drawer that you want to store supplies in for studying anything. This little acrylic bin, I just put my pens and highlighters in. This one holds a little devotional book and some note cards in a tin, some sticky notes, and this is just a thumb book opener. You just put it on your thumb and you can hold your book open. This is a weighted book holder, so like my thicker books, when I want to hold them open, I'll just take this out, and that comes in super handy. My husband actually got that for me for Christmas this past year. And these little bins, you can easily just move them out and store extra things underneath. This is just some Bible tabs. These are extras. I have a set that I've already put in one of my Bibles. I have kind of a Bible collection. I have an obsession with getting new Bibles. So my husband likes to make fun of me and tells me that I don't need to buy so many, but I keep buying them. And then I have just a couple of study notebooks in here. I really like these. These are just really pretty. It has a soft cover. I think I found these, yeah, the Daily Grace Company. So they had several of those, so I just put those in there. And I also just have some index cards because I like to write notes and things and just tuck them in the pages of my Bible. So I hope this gives you some really good ideas on how you can organize a couple of small spaces and just make use of those and be able to have them a little bit more functional and easier to get to stuff. Now for my scrapbooking drawer. This one I don't have a lot in here yet because I really just got started on scrapbooking. I found this really pretty notebook at Dollar Tree, and I just like that it has this blueprint on it. I'm kind of in a blue phase right now because I did pick up this cover that is my journal cover, and I love this zipper on here. That just lets me put any pens or anything, pencils, whatever that I want to, in my journal. And I might give you guys a closer look in there in just a second. And this is another one of those small bins. I put some extra highlighters in here, pen, pencil, some scissors, and a lot of my smaller things, like some of the small little sticky tabs, just some things that I found in a magazine. Sorry about the noise, you guys, that I thought would be cute in my journal for January and to February, those cold winter months. So that's what I have in there. And again, I like that I'm able to put things under those bins. So I have some rub-on transfers. These are some stickers that I made, and I am hopefully going to be able to share with you guys exactly how I made those in another video. And another one of these smaller little bins that has just some glue sticks, some washi tape, and one of my little Cricut burnishing tools. This is another rub-on transfer, which this works really well to apply those transfers to your journal pages. So I hope you guys might decide to give journaling a try. It's really something that is relaxing, kind of helps me with any stress or anxiety that I've been having through the day or the week. So let me know if you guys journal or if that's something that you might start doing in the future. I kept saying scrapbooking in the beginning of that last little clip, but I meant journaling. Me and Graceland started journaling in January this year, and this is just something that we like to do together. And you can find a lot of different ideas for journal pages on Pinterest and different places like that. But it's just something fun that we can do. You can do artwork, you can do favorite Bible quotes, whatever that you want to have. I even have a reading list in here of books and Bible chapters and things that I am working on through the month, and just a lot of different things like that. One of the worst places for clutter buildup, at least at my house, is our medicine cabinet. Most days I am afraid to open it because something usually jumps out at me. So I'm going to use a couple of different things that I found at Dollar Tree to try to organize this space and make it a little bit easier to get to all of our medicines, vitamins, and things like that. I found these soda can drawers, some desk drawer organizers, and I also picked up one of these Lazy Susans that should fit well in my cabinets. So, of course, the first thing that I did was remove everything out of the medicine cabinet, and I did just work on one shelf at a time. That made it just a little bit easier for me, and it wasn't as overwhelming. Sometimes when I'm cleaning things out, all of the mess just overwhelms me, and I don't want to finish what I started. And I also looked at everything that we had and threw out anything that was expired. Now that I have organized everything, I'm not terrified to open these cabinets anymore. It looks a lot better in here. And everything that I found at Dollar Tree worked great. I love this little Lazy Susan for all of my gummy vitamins. Some of the bigger bottles and things just worked really well in here. And on this side, I put the soda can boxes. This one has all of our cold remedies and things. These are some salves that I make. I do dandelion and lavender and cold and flu salve. And what I really like about these is you can take these out if you need to and just look all the way back through there and just pull out whatever that you are needing. This one I can scoot over and pull this one out as well. This is just all of our pain relief stuff. Ibuprofen, Tylenol, Biofreeze, all that good stuff. And up here, this is kind of all of our bug repellent, anti-itch stick. I love this stuff. This Virginia Soaps and Scents Company is one of my favorite places to buy like all natural remedies and things like that. And I also have essential oils and rollers. These are some older ones. I have made all of these, so I actually need to redo that. So these are kind of just the essential oils and herbal remedies. And over here, this is just stomach ailments, heartburn, all that good stuff. Little cups for any liquid medicines that we have. And on the very top, I just put all of the bigger things that are kind of awkward and harder to organize down here with the smaller stuff. So I have like the gauze pads up there, hydrogen peroxide, alcohol, and just all that stuff like that up there that we don't need often because I do have to climb to get up here because I'm short. So I can't reach everything in the back of those cabinets. But that is how that looks now that everything is organized. And we will see how long it stays that way with 2 teenagers and my husband always digging through my stuff. Fingers crossed it'll last at least a month. I use the shelves that are in my closet for my yarn storage. And I really want to get these things kind of cleaned out, straightened out. Just go through all of my yarn, kind of put, hopefully, colors together. So I have a better idea of all the different yarns I have. I have kind of a yarn obsession. Every time I go to Hobby Lobby and it's on sale, I try to find some different ones. And I also just have extra storage over here for like my finished crochet projects and things like that. And I also store some extra craft supplies. So this area just needs a really good overhaul and cleaning out. And I may have to actually purchase some more of the collapsible boxes that I got to work on this space. I'm not sure if I got enough to actually go through and organize all of this, but we will see what I can do. So I found a couple of different kinds of the collapsible storage containers at Dollar Tree. This one is a bigger size. You can see here the dimensions. So I got 4 of these bigger ones for my bigger skeins of yarn. And then I got 10 of these smaller ones. And I really like this blue pattern with kind of the blue and white flowers. It will match my paint in my closet. So that is what I got to kind of reorganize all of my yarn and stuff. So hopefully I have enough of these to put everything in. And you could also use some of the clear refrigerator bins. I just couldn't find any at my Dollar Tree. And I did not want to pay like $8 a piece for that. I'm trying to do this as budget friendly as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and get all of these out of the packages and put together and start working on my yarn. While all of my shelves were empty, I did dust them really well. With yarn, you of course have a lot of lint and kind of fuzz buildup. So I wanted to make sure I got all of that cleaned before I put everything back. And I just put everything down in the floor. This was just the easiest way for me to start going through all of those bins that I had. I just went through a couple at a time and I just started reorganizing all of my yarn. I originally thought that I wanted to sort this by color, but I changed my mind and I do just go ahead and sort everything by type of yarn. I had enough bins where I was able to do that, and some of these are really full now and some have some extra space where I can keep adding yarn. This was just what worked best for me. So if you have yarn, you do whatever you want to do for your organization and storage. I really like the idea of using those clear bins, but I know that I would not be able to keep it organized and look pretty. So that's why I opted to do these storage containers, as well as the fact that the clear bins that I found were like $8 a piece. So I didn't want to spend that much money and have that much invested in storage for my yarn. And of course, while you're in the process of organizing, it can look like a tornado has come through. So this was kind of the chaos while I was in the middle of trying to get everything organized. I had a few back up on the shelves at this point, but this did take probably a couple of hours just for me to organize everything. But here is the finished product. I love how everything looks now. It looks nice and neat and more uniform with all the same color boxes. And I am thinking about putting labels on each of my bins just so I know what type of yarn is in each one. I may do that later on. I just have to figure out how I want to categorize those and what labels to put, because some things I wasn't able to separate completely. So I do have a couple of different types in one bin, and that one's just my yarn cakes. I do have a little bit more space to add some extra yarn to that, and I was also able to reuse those plastic containers that I had originally, and I was able to just put a lot of my finished items in there. I do craft shows every once in a while, so I like to have those in there. And I was also able to organize my display items that I have for those craft shows. But this space looks a lot neater now and less cluttered, so I am happy with the finished result. Now that you know these 5 easy steps to organize any space in your home, let me know what area that you might tackle. Thank you guys so much for watching today. Please give the video a thumbs up and click that hot button. Also, I hope you will consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Be sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. I hope you have a blessed day, and I will see you in the next one.